Welcome to all. Here we are going to learn the pinacol-pinacolon rearrangement reaction. Last time we learned about what is the pinacol-pinacolon rearrangement and their mechanism. Today we are going to learn the evidences for this mechanism. Here, this reaction which can be carried out by the oxygen exchange experiment. In this reaction, which is carried out in the acidic solution, and here we get the evidence by taking the isotopic oxygen, that is H2O18. This is the isotopic water molecule. Then let we do the reaction. Whenever this reaction, the acidic reaction takes place, there is a formation of this type of the water molecule, and here there is a whenever the removal of this water molecule, there is a formation of the carbocation. Then here whenever the water molecule, isotopic water molecule or acidic water is added, the acidic solution containing the H2O18, that is what the acidic or isotopic water which we add into this carbocation, this intermediate, then it is found that the recovered pinacol is formed, and here this, by removing this H plus, there is a formation of the, here this is a recovered pinacol isotopically. This is isotopically labeled oxygen, which establish that the carbocation formation is a reversible process. This is a reversible process, indicates in this experiment. Here it is found that there are 75% of the generated carbocation, here about 75% or generated this carbocation is reverted back to the diol, and the remaining percent, that is 25%, is rearranged into the pinacolon, into a pinacolon in the acidic medium. Here this is the evidences of the mechanism or the formation of the carbocation. What happened here? Whenever this acidic reaction takes place, by removing the water molecule, there is a formation of the carbocation. Here then whenever we add the isotopic oxygen in the form of acidic water molecule, then this reaction, it is reverted back to the diol, and whenever this water molecule is again at the isotopically water molecule or isotopic oxygen is attached to this carbocation, there is a formation of the diol. This is isotopically labeled. That means this is the evidence for the formation of the carbocation. Here this reaction which is done about 75%, and the remaining 25%, there is a formation of the pinacolon or the formation of the ketone. There is a formation of the carbocation, and this rearrangement is happened. This R group is shifted to here, and there is a formation of the ketone. This is the first evidence. Second is what? The generation of a carbocation is facilitated by a group that can increase a stability of the carbocation. This is also confirmed the formation of the carbocation as a reaction intermediate. That means this is the evidences for the formation of the carbocation in the reaction intermediate. Next, here we are going to learn the second evidence. Whenever this reaction is formed, there is a formation of the carbocation. But here, why this carbocation is a tertiary carbocation. That means here we learned earlier the tertiary carbocation is the stable carbocation. Instead of that, why should this R group is rearranged and there is a formation of this oxocation or oxonium cation ion? Why there is a formation of the oxonium cation? Here this carbocation is a tertiary and there is no any ring strand over here. So why should it arrange? The question is that why should it rearrange? This is what the tertiary carbocation, it is the stablest carbocation. Instead of that, why this CH3 group is arranged to here and there is a formation of this oxonium cation. The reason is that due to the migration of this methyl group, the positive charge which is moved to this oxygen, whenever this methyl group is arranged to here, migrate to here, then this carbon becomes positively charged. Okay, and whenever this carbon becomes positive charge, then this oxygen donates the electron to this carbon and this oxygen becomes positive charge. That is called as what? Oxonium cation. In carbocation, here the carbon has a incomplete octet. This carbon which has incomplete octet. In cation, every atom has a complete octet. Hence, here whenever this there is a formation of this carbocation, this carbocation is what? Incomplete their octet. Here what happened here? There is a formation of incomplete octet. And every molecule has complete their octet, then only they form a stable structure. But this carbocation is incomplete octet, and that's why here this is this oxonium. Whenever this oxonium cation is formed, that time this carbon becomes complete their octet and oxygen also they are complete their octet, and that's why here this structure is more stable than this carbocation. Thus the stability is a driving force for the rearrangement, and the major driving force for the rearrangement is the energetic advantage for the generating a carbonyl group. Whenever the structure is more stable, then only the rearrangement reaction will be formed and there is a formation of what? The carbonyl group. And that's why here this carbocation is a stable carbocation, but it does not complete their octet. That's why this structure becomes unstable. And for the formation of the ketone, the structure must be stable, and that's why here this shifting or migration of this methyl group is takes place to this carbon, and there is a formation of the oxonium cation, and here this is the stablest structure than this tertiary carbocation. Okay, this is the evidences for the formation of the oxonium cations. Next topic is migratory aptitude. What is a migratory aptitude? The age with which any particular group will undergo nucleophilic 1-2 shift is known as its migratory aptitude. 1-2 shift, that means the shifting of one group to the another second number of carbon, that is called as a migratory that is called as a 1-2 shift. Okay, here we take the one example, that is here if this compound is there, it contains two different group, R group. Here there is a phenyl group is there, and here this is the another substituent, aryl or phenyl substituent group. Here then we and shifting of this are either this or this group to the another carbon, that is called as a 1-2 shift. 1-2 shift. Okay, here the one question is that whenever the carbocation is formed, then which group is shifted to this another carbon, or which group is involved in the 1,2 shift. That is called as migratory aptitude. This migratory aptitudes is depends on the group attached to this phenyl ring. Here, whenever electron donating group is attached to the phenyl ring, that time they shows a higher migratory aptitude, and electron withdrawing group shows the lower migratory aptitude. Let's we learn here the migratory aptitude. Here this is the decreasing order of the migratory aptitude. OCET is a more shows the more migratory aptitude, about 500, then OME, then CH toluene group, then pH group which is present to the para position of the carbon, then tertiary methyl group, tertiary compound is attached to the phenyl group, has a higher migratory aptitude than the ET group is attached to the phenyl to the para position. Then OME, it is a meta position. Whenever it is present to the meta position, it has decreasing migratory aptitude than the benzene ring. Here, whenever here the electron withdrawing group is attached to the phenyl ring, their migratory aptitude is going to decreases than this benzene ring. Here, this is the higher than the OCH3 group is attached to the ortho position, and this is also has higher than whenever the Cl electron withdrawing group is attached to the meta position of the carbon. Here, whenever OMe group is attached to the para position of this carbon that have the high migratory aptitude, then whenever this group is attached to the meta position to that of the carbon, and least migratory aptitude each of the substituent is attached to the ortho position of the carbon. So let's we take an example of that. Here this is the compounds, this is the pinacol compound. Here there are the two groups attached to this. This is the phenyl group and this is the OCH3 substituent attached to this ring. Then how we get the product? Here by acidic formation, this H plus is attacked by this oxygen. There is a formation of the OH2 group, and then there is a formation of the carbocation. Here we solve this problem. C6H5COH. This is the OCH3 group which is present to the para position of this carbon. Then there is a formation of, whenever this water molecule get removed, there is a formation of the carbocation. Okay, this is the reactive intermediate which is formed in this reaction C6H5. Then there is a migration of one group, R group is takes place over here, but which group is migrated toward this? For this we have to study this migratory aptitude. This phenyl group attached, or this OCT substituent phenyl group has more migratory aptitude than this benzene. That means this group is migrated to the carbocation, and that's why here if we compare these two compound, here this OCH3 substituted phenyl group is migrated toward here, and then we get the product, that is C6H5C. Here this what happened here, whenever you get here, there's a positive charge which comes over here, then oxygen having lone pair shifted their electron pair toward this carbon, and there is a formation of what? So carbon oxygen double bond, and by removing the H plus there is a formation of the carbonyl compound. Here I am directly write the product. This is shifted to here, and what happened here? There is a formation of this type of the product C. Then here this is the C6H5, and here this type of compound OCH3 and here OCH3. This is a migratory aptitude. This group is must be migrated toward this carbocation, not this group, according to the migratory aptitude. Okay, do you understand? Here in this lecture we are learn the evidences for the formation of the carbocation as a reactive intermediate. Then we learn why this carbocation, tertiary carbocation is the most stable. Instead of that, why there is a formation of the what oxonium cation, why R group is shifted to the carbocation and there is a formation of the oxonium cation. And next topic we learn, that is migratory aptitude. Okay, here this is about the pinacol rearrangement reaction. The next lecture we will learn some stereochemical and conformational factor related to the the pinacol rearrangement reaction. Thanks for watching this lecture.